Hi, everybody. Peace and stability to everyone. This week's topic is forgiveness. I'm adding forgiveness to atonement. And if you can remember, this study began with research into the African origins of Yom Kippur. We started with is Yom Kippur something that originated in ancient Africa? Yom Kippur has to do with new beginnings, a fresh start. And if you want more details, you can do your own research to find out what those details are. And you may be able to understand from that why I'm questioning if it was of African origins. The question for this week is, can you forgive without atonement? What is forgiveness? I got a definition that says pardon. What is atonement? One of the definitions is reconciliation. But do I have to reconcile with people that I forgive or who have forgiven me? And when the children of Israel were atoning, were they atoning with God, meaning a spiritual act? Or were they atoning with Moses, a secular act? Or was it both? And is it older than Moses? There's a lot of questions, but you can focus on these two. And please feel free to comment and give any scriptures that you want to give. If someone does something wrong to me or I do something wrong to someone, how do we carry this thing out based on the Bible? So for those who want to move on to the next slide, please feel free. I'm going to give more comments. For those who want to participate in this study, again, please feel free to comment and have a great week. I'm going to move on to the next slide. For those who are here on the next slide, I decided to look up the word forgiveness, to look up the word Webster's dictionary. And I found that it is a conscious and deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance, meaning you're not going to pay anybody back for whatever they did. And I thought of maybe having a favorite cup. I saw something in the Daily Bread about decades ago, about 20 years ago, and it talked about having a favorite cup. And I'm going to, my story's a little different, okay? But I'm going to use the cup. And you let someone hold your favorite cup. It's your favorite cup. You treasure this cup and you let someone hold it. And they have a little meltdown, and they take your cup and throw it. Now, whether or not they knew it was your favorite cup, they knew it was yours, they broke it. And you can't replace it. You forgive them. That means I'm not going to go and try to find your cup and break your cup. And I might not even ask you to repay. I'm just going to say, okay, well, I know you didn't mean it. And okay. Then they come over. Or you see them again. Do you let them hold your next cup? What does forgiveness mean? Right? Does it mean that, okay, I'm not going to try to fix you, but I wiped it all off my mind and now we can move on and act like it never happened again? I don't know if that's what it means. And does it come with atonement? So I looked up the word atonement and I found a lot of different definitions for atonement. But I found restoring friendship, harmony, putting something back together that was broken. And because I used to work in an accounting department and I worked at the bank decades ago, and I understand the process of reconciling a statement. In that statement, you're trying to balance things out. So you're going through each item, you're looking at each item, and you're making sure those things balance out. Is that atonement? Is it someone doing something to offend you and then you're deciding to, let's see if we can work this out, let's see what the problems are, let's examine it? Or is it, you know what, I forgive you, let's just love up on each other and let's move on? Whether it be in a marriage, whether it be in a relationship at work, whether it be at church, whether it be whatever. Okay? Is forgiveness an overnight thing? Oops, we're done. I love you. You love me. I'm sorry. You sorry. We good. Let's move. I don't think so. So I also looked up kafara, atonement. I looked up atonement in the Hebrew concordance, and I was surprised to see this word. Ooh, let me do this. Sorry, I was surprised to see this word right here, kafara, because kafara is also the name of one of the oldest pyramids in the world, and all of the years that I've been reading about ancient Africa, um, this word kafara was linked to one of the pharaohs. But it appears that the kafara also means the light of the dawn. And it's also a prayer hour. And the dawn is what? Okay, you can look up the definition of the dawn, and then you determine what this kafara is. Because the Hebrew says kapur. But again, anybody that has been on the group page or has heard me talk know that I always say transliterations. It's a tricky process. What does the Bible say about forgiveness and atonement? Okay, we've all had, I think, a lot of people have had some bad relationships. And when we get into the process of forgiveness, do we just say, well, it's good? Is that a spiritual journey? Is there a difference between the two? What does the Bible say about forgiveness and atonement? What does it mean? And is it okay to just forgive someone without addressing issues? Wash our hands and move on and act like it never happened. I don't know, but I would like to understand. I would like to understand. The kafara, what does it mean? How is it tied into Yom Kippur? We all know that the children of Israel got a lot of good stuff when they moved into an advanced civilization. I don't know why people don't tie that into the kafara. I don't know. But I would behoove you to do your own study and to look into it. Whatever you find, if you find scriptures or anything about forgiveness, and let me say this, and I'm talking too long, but anyway, let me say this real quick. Cain was released after Cain killed his brother. Cain was banished. That was a punishment. That was a consequence. But there was no atonement. I don't see any atonement. There was no burnt offering. There was nothing in the book of Genesis. And then here comes Noah some time later, and Noah has a burnt offering. A burnt offering has to do with atonement. And Noah made that burnt offering after he got off of the ark. That was a new beginning. But this Lord told Noah, hey, listen, we're not doing this Cain thing. If somebody kills somebody, you take them out. Okay? We're not going to do that. You kill somebody and then they just get to shuffle on off the buffalo. We give them a punishment and it's a wrap. Something happened. And then the children of Israel and their atonement. What does the Bible say about forgiveness and atonement? Whatever you find, please feel free to share it, comment, give your opinion, and thank you for listening.